Publius Ovidius Naso, Amores, Book 1, Episode 8. Questus eram fare tra cum protinus ille saluta, legit in exiti spicula facta meum. Lu navit que genu sinuosum fortiter arcum, quodque canas vates, accipa dixit opus. Me miserum certas habavit puer ille sagittas, uror et in vacuo pectora regnat amor. Ovid says, I had complained when he, meaning Cupid, immediately, when he had loosened his quiver, faretra saluta, chose to my destruction in exitium meum some sharp shafts, spicula facta, and he turned his bow into a moon shape, lunavit arcum, he turned his bow strongly into an arcum, sinuosum, into a curved bow on his knee, genu, and he said, dixit, quod canas vates accipa dixit opus. He said, receive or accept, O poet, vates, the work, the opus, quod canas, which you will sing. Me miserum, ouch, I'm hit. That boy, puer illa, had or possessed certas sagittas, sharp or direct arrows. I am on fire, uror, et in vacuo pectora, and in my empty heart, love reigns. So this episode will be a little bit longer. We've decided to take on 6 lines all at once. I gave a rough translation. Let's look at some of the grammar. I had complained. This is from the verb queror, which is a deponent verb, third conjugation. The tense here is pluperfect. I had complained, cum, and then cum with the indicative. This is a temporal. When that boy, ille, new subject, meaning Cupid, chose, legit, he chose, after unloosening his quiver. So fare tra saluta, this is an ablative absolute, and fare tra is a Greek word for something that carries arrows. When that boy immediately, protinus is an adverb, after loosening his quiver, chose in exitium meum, here we see in with its accusative object with the notion of purpose, he chose for my destruction spicula facta, and spicula facta are neuter plural, accusative as the objects of the verb legit. Then next, lunavit. This is the verb luno, lunare, first conjugation. Here it's in the third singular perfect indicative active, which means to turn into the shape of a moon. And he bent into a moon his curvy bow. He did this strongly or stoutly, fortiter, and he did it on his knee, genu. Then the order of this line is quite interesting. And what you are going to sing, quod canas, O poet, and vates is masculine, singular, and vocative. What you are going to sing, poet, receive it, he said, the work. So quod goes with opus, the work which you are going to sing, take it, he said. Opus is neuter, singular, and accusative. It is the direct object of the imperative accipe. But this clause, quod canas, you see, is modifying opus. This is a good example of how a relative clause, quod canas, is subsequent logically to its antecedent, namely opus, but it can come before in the word order and very often does. This one, canas, is subjunctive. It's a second singular present subjunctive active from the third conjugation verb cano, conera. So this is a relative clause of characteristic. Take the kind of work, he said, poet, that you are going to sing. Then we have an exclamatory accusative, me miserum, woe is me. This is masculine singular and accusative. Latin quite regularly puts into the accusative case anything that is filled with emotion, and it's called an exclamatory accusative. Puer illa, the famous boy, i.e. Cupid, the famous boy possessed, he had some sure arrows, that is, they hit the mark, certas sagittas, feminine plural and accusative. And then the final line, Ovid describes his state of mind. He says, uror, I burn, I am on fire. This is a first singular, present indicative and passive from a third conjugation verb, I am on fire, and in my empty heart, this is ironic, love rules or dominates. Empty here, the irony is, he has no real object of love. In other words, he doesn't have some lover on which to lavish his poetic intention. Instead, Ovid is in love with the notion of love itself. Some time ago, I translated these lines into rhyming couplets as well, and perhaps they will please you. When my complaint had reached its end, the boy made to attack. He pulled straight out some deadly darts, and aimed them for my back. On bended knee he bent his bow, and arced its sinewed string. Take that, he cried, you rhyming hack, and now begin to sing. Ouch, I'm hit, what wondrous aim that tiny tell can boast. My empty heart is all aflame with love's relentless roast. Of course, the tiny tell is an anachronism, but like all poetry, we have to take some license. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the lesson, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.